Welcome back. It is Thursday, August 31st, and the MLB. Our two favorite picks are on the way. It's Austin, joined by Logan. Let's recap yesterday. A massive 4-in-1 day. Let's talk about it. Luzardo under 4.5 hits allowed. Yeah, he only gave up one hit. We appreciate it. Hunter Green didn't give up a single earned run. Benintendi and Altuve get their hit parlay done. You checked out our Dimers hit parlay. That cashed as well. Shout out Freddie Freeman for hitting a home run to cash it. Our only loss was Davis Schneider's over 1.5 bases. And honestly, it hit, but they did not challenge. He hit a double off the wall, got thrown out at second. They didn't challenge it despite him telling them to challenge it. And when you looked at the review, he ended up being safe. Either way, a 4-in-1 massive day. The broom's chilling out in my background because he honestly should have been brought out today. But either way, we aren't going to, Logan and I will never complain about a 4-in-1 day. Let's end August with some great momentum going into September. I have a couple notes though. Let's dive into the first one. I talked about it yesterday. Our college football week 1 video is live. Gave out 4 picks, 2 for Thursday, which is today, and 2 for Friday. Check that out. We'll have another video live tomorrow with some Saturday's edition of picks, but check it out. We got some games on in college football tonight, and then tomorrow check out our favorite picks and those games on that video. The link's at the end of the video, also down below in the pinned comment as well. And number 2, on our second channel, PO box opening. You guys sent me a ton of stuff, and it actually was a really cool video to record. So that video should be live probably around 12 p.m. Eastern time on the second channel, which is also linked down below in the description. Go check it out. I really liked how the video turned out. A lot of cool things. You'll definitely enjoy it. So go check that video out. It'll be linked later on in this one. And then also my last note, new users with BetFred can get $111 in bonus bets. Here's how you do it when you just wager $50. You get up to $1,000 back potentially over 5 weeks. BetFred's available in Ohio, Maryland, Arizona, and Iowa. All details are down below if you want to check it out. Another book to take advantage of with some better odds sometimes. Take advantage of it. Details are all down below in the description. But let's hop into our favorite picks though. And Logan, you have unretired game picks. Awfully bold, but it's a 4-game slate and we don't even have lines for one of the games. Where are you going today for your game pick? And I'm praying this one hits. Where are you going?
I feel good about this one. I don't unretire from game picks just to toss out and out, right? Absolutely not. This one's absolutely hitting. Taking the Marlins on the run line, -1.5, plus 106 odds on FanDuel, currently your best value there. Yes, I have unretired from game picks, especially on this short slate. It's hard to find a lot of player prop edges, but I actually think at the plus value run line price we're getting, I'll go ahead and take a stab at the Marlins. The line, if you're just doing some, looking at the slate, you're like, wow, the Marlins are supposed to win today because they're massive road favorites. It's weird to see them like that, especially with how bad they've been recently. I mean, you can even look back to the last matchup between these two teams and these two starting pitchers. Last time these two starters faced, it was a 7-4 Nationals win. So again, you gotta look at what the odds makers are doing. I think they're kind of telling us not only are the Marlins going to win, they're supposed to win big today. And you look at the Marlins; they dropped 2 in a row to Tampa. 2 in a row to Tampa, and they're fighting for their playoff lives. I mean, yesterday was an ugly loss because Luzardo went out and pitched a masterclass, and he got no run support to show for it today. I actually think they're going to get some run support against Adone today, though. Adone starts for the Nationals, 5.25 ERA and a .96 WHIP. First of all, those numbers look weird because normally when you have a sub-1 WHIP, you have like a 3 or 4 ERA. Adone's been chilling with the over 5 ERA. I think it's kind of indicative of the type of pitcher he is. He wasn't that great of a pitcher last year. This year he's had some good starts and some bad starts mixed in there. His last start versus the Marlins was really good. 6 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. I mean, can he go out and do the same thing twice? I highly doubt it because Adone pitched a great game, as I mentioned before, but it's very hard to duplicate that success against a team that just saw your pitches. That's kind of the narrative that is in my head when I'm betting baseball. It's like, if you're the starting pitcher and you had great success, you're probably going to try what you did, in that first start. But it's on the hitters to make those adjustments. And I think these Marlins hitters at will. Look, the Marlins only hitting .232 versus righties in August. It's now or never for this offense because Adone should be a favorable matchup versus them. He doesn't have ridiculously good strikeout stuff or anything like that. It's really, truly Marlins. Now or never, you got to bring the bats. You have to exploit a mediocre pitcher like Adone today. So I actually do think they will get to him. And I think they'll provide run support for Braxton Garrett for the Marlins. 3.96 ERA and a 1.17 WHIP. I do like Braxton Garrett's numbers. Last time Garrett faced the Nationals, 6 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 7 hits allowed, 3 strikeouts. Look, the hits allowed is probably not going to cut it today. But it makes sense, though, that the Nationals are hitting .264 against lefties in August. They got some hits on him, right? He just has to limit those hits turning into runs today, and I think Braxton Garrett will do a better job of doing that. Pretty confident the Nats well, I'm not confident the Nats hit Braxton Garrett again, especially like that, allowing 7 hits against them. He likely will make adjustments as well. What worked, what didn't work, and I mean, obviously, allowing all those hits, he can figure out I got to miss more bats. And Garrett does struggle with the hard hit percentage and the barrel percentage, but his chase rate is pretty good, and I think he gets more swing and miss today. I mean, kind of like he has to go out and pitch a good game in order for the Marlins to once again stay in this one, because the Marlins have been so abysmal offensively that it feels like when they go down 2 runs, there ain't no coming back from that. But I definitely think we're getting a good get Braxton Garrett outing today. And what I really think the deciding factor of this run line bet will be, it's not going to be the starting pitching. I think it's going to be the bullpen. Over the last 2 weeks, Washington 29th in bullpen ERA at 8.12, while Miami is 16th in bullpen ERA over that span at a 4.59. So you look at Miami, they have pretty much almost half the bullpen ERA that the Nationals do. And that's kind of where I think the cover run will be. And if it is tight, between these 2 starting pitchers, I think that's kind of where Miami can open up the lead and cover the -1.5. I mean, there's some suspect arms out of the Marlins bullpen for sure. Robertson will not be pitching in this game. I know he's had his struggles. He used to be the closer. They got him to be the closer role, and he could not fulfill that. I definitely think this Marlins bullpen, I mean, look at yesterday. They held it down as best as they could. They just couldn't get any offense. I think the Marlins win and cover in a big way today, so I'm going to go ahead and take them at the plus money run line. But Austin, what are you going with today?
Yeah, I got a base prop, but before I dive into that, I really like the Marlins pick. I mean, a team that just scored 0 runs, they got to do at least something. They can't do any worse today, so I think they show up and give you some offensive support. So Garrett pitches a pretty good game. Now, for my play, I'm actually going to the earliest game. It's a 1:10 p.m. start, so hopefully by the time you're watching this, either this guy's cashed or you can place this one before the game starts, because I'm going to Kerry Carpenter of the Detroit Tigers over 1.5 bases plus 145 on DraftKings. I'm out for some base revenge after what we got wrong yesterday with Davis Schneider. And after a couple slow games for this Tigers offense, I think it wakes up a little bit today in this early spot. I wouldn't be surprised if you'll see everyone on the New York Yankees, because they've started to earn people's trust. They've won 3 straight. Now they get the Tigers again, a team that can't score. They're going to win today easily. I don't know. I think the Tigers might have a chance, but I'm not betting on that. I'm just betting on offense, and I'm betting on Kerry Carpenter to show up. If he doesn't want to show up, then oh well. But I consider taking Kerry Carpenter's over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I just don't necessarily trust all of his teammates behind him to get it done, but I'd rather trust him to get 2 bases, which I think he is capable of getting done. Now, Kerry, you look at him on the season, batting .285. Very respectable average. He's been pretty good, hitting .344 this month. Has slowed down a little bit as of late, but either way, he's got a great matchup here, hitting .292 versus right-handed pitchers and .350 at home this season. So he's actually gone 5 straight games without an extra base hit. Wouldn't be surprised anyone if maybe that streak ends today. No, I think he has a chance to get a double, even a chance to send it into the bleachers, which is about plus 500 I saw for him at a home run. And he's also capable of getting 2 hits. I mean, a guy batting .285 and .350 at home this year, he can easily get 2 hits too. And we're looking at Kerry, who he's going to face. He's going to face a right-handed pitcher in Clark Schmidt. Now, aside from Garrett Cole, honestly, Clark Schmidt's been the second best pitcher in this Yankees rotation. He's been a guy they absolutely needed, because without Clark Schmidt, despite, he doesn't have the best numbers, doesn't have the worst numbers, the best thing for him, he gets out there and does his innings. I mean, he's going out there and throw 5 or 6 innings pitch, which is what the Yankees need desperately. The rest of the rotation has been inconsistent and very injured. Clark Schmidt's been consistent and been out there, but Schmidt has his struggles. He struggles against left-handed batters, allowing a .303 batting average to lefties. Of the 76 hits allowed to left-handed batters, you look at the hard hit percentage, 25 doubles, a triple, and 9 home runs. That's 35 of 76 total hits allowed to lefties. Ben extra base hits, where he's against righties, only a .230 batting average allowed to right-handed batters. So it's clear lefties are hitting him pretty well. Kerry Carpenter is a lefty, hence why I'm targeting him today. Now, you look at over the last 30 days, let's look at the pitches that Schmidt has been throwing to left-handed batters specifically. A lot of cutters, 36% cutter, 28% knuckle curve, 18% sinker, and 18% sweeper. You look at Kerry's batting average versus those pitches. 552 versus the cutter, 270, 286, and 222. Look, if Clark Schmidt wants to spam us some cutters, please go for it, because Kerry's absolutely crushing that pitch. But you look at that, if you look at Schmidt's hard hit percentage over over the season, every single one of those pitches to left-handed batters has an over 58% hard hit percentage. So when guys and lefties are hitting the ball against Clark Schmidt, they're hitting it with a lot of power, and that bodes well for us to maybe get an extra base hit today, whether it's a double, triple, or a home run from Kerry. I certainly think he's capable of getting that done. So I know it's crazy, but I think Kerry Carpenter's got his chances to get 2+ bases. I would not play this line anywhere below plus 120 or so, but I really think he's got a good chance. You look at his other stats or other percentiles, 71st percentile in sprint speed. Not too shabby. He can stretch out those singles into doubles. A 6.1% walk percentage versus right-handed batters. Good. We don't pay Kerry Carpenter to go out there and walk like we got David Schneider with 2 walks yesterday. I really think Kerry Carpenter's got a good matchup, a great spot here today. I think the Tigers offense wakes up a little, so if you want to go to maybe hits, runs, and RBIs prop, I think that's solid too, but rather just go to the bases. Kerry Carpenter, send one to the moon. Cash to 2+ bases, plus 145 on DraftKings. I really like it. Let's just hope he's in the lineup. Probably going to be batting DH today. But Kerry Carpenter, we're rooting for you. Marlins, we're rooting for you as well. It's going to be 2-0 day. We will be back again tomorrow with a much bigger slate. Obviously, take it slow. Only 3 or 4 games on today. Then, of course, a reminder, we got that video for college football. Go find out our best bets for Thursday and Friday slate. Videos on the screen. Also, when that P.O. Box opening drops on the second channel, I'll link it here as well. It's going to be a really cool video. I think you should check it out. I did a mystery pack opening. Someone sent me a mystery card. We pulled a really good player, so you have to check that video out. Of course, have a great Thursday, everyone. Let's end August in style. We'll be back again and see you guys in September. We'll see you guys then. Peace.